Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in this video, we're going to tell you guys a story about how Rovena was almost my stepmother and I had the father. I had the son. No man, I'll take on that. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be telling you a story about how Rovena was almost my stepmother. So I had the son and Rovena had the father. And yeah, we're basically going to be telling you guys that story. So
alright, so you start out because it starts with you. And then...
Okay, so basically in summer of 2016, I met this guy on Tinder and we decided we are going to call him Waste Youth.
Waste Youth Jr.
Yeah, Waste Youth Jr. So basically, Waste Youth Jr. who is with his sisters and his father that we're going to call Waste Youth Senior, and he lives with his father's girlfriend. So basically, his father's girlfriend was having a birthday party and they invited me and they said I could bring a friend. So I was like, let me bring Rovena, you know. So basically, I invited Rovena to come over there and then the party was going good and then the party started from like, I want to say like 5.
Wait, hold on. Let me tell you guys this. My spirit didn't take this guy from time. But you know,
why are you lying?
No, I still had to come and check this guy out, you know, to see what he's really talking about. So that's why I decided to go to the party with her.
And it was like an hour and a half drive.
Yeah, it was long.
It was like an hour and a half drive to their house from where we live, because we basically live in the same area.
Yeah.
Like our buildings are right beside each other. So basically we're at the party, right? And then time's going on and it's like we're waiting on Waste Youth Senior to drive us back home. So we're waiting and time's going and it's getting darker and darker. And then it gets to around like 3 o'clock in the morning while we were there from like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. So then what do you call it? It's like a party and it's like a barbecue at the same time.
Yeah.
So basically he's drinking and whatever. And then he's drinking, but he doesn't seem like drunk and whatever. So he's like, he's gonna drive us home and things. So then, this is the part where Rovena's thing has to come in.
So, we're driving in the car now. Shantae's in the back with Waste Youth Junior, and I'm in the front with Waste Youth Senior. Biggest mistake of my life. So, honestly, okay, he started talking, and honestly, though he was talking, because he's a father, right? So I thought he was just like his fatherly instincts were just like coming through. Why I thought that, I don't know. But he started asking me, oh, are you talking to anyone? And I was like, yeah, I've been talking to this guy for a while now. And like the guy didn't live close to me, so he was like, oh, are you sure you want to do that? You're not going to get to see him often. It'd be better if you had someone that's close to you so that like they could take you out to like nice dates and so they could take you out to nice dates and you get to see them often and he was basically saying like, are you sure the guy isn't gonna cheat on you and blah 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 blah.
He was basically putting doubts in your head.
Yeah. Next thing I know, all that fatherly instinct shit just went out the door. So like he starts basically implying that he wants to be my sugar daddy. So like,
and he starts like to roll with your leg and
listen. So pretend Shantae is him and like
why have to be him?
Because you're the only person here. Initially when like I got in the car, we were basically like this. Listen, when he started like touching me, I was like, wait. Pressed up against like the car door. The window.
So who you had fell out the car? You ever fell out the car?
Yes. Like the way, like he basically tried to interlock his fingers with mine, and I was like, God, what the freak did Shantae get me into?
And I'm just like, what do you call it? Because it was so late, I usually go to bed at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, but it's because it's like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I was tired, so I was like basically falling asleep. But then afterwards, like I was kind of catching a glimpse of like what was going on in the front. So I was like, let me text this girl to ask her like what exactly, because I'm like in and out of sleep. So she's sitting directly in front of me, and she's sitting directly in front of me in the passenger seat, and I'm sitting right behind her. So I'm like, let me text her. So I go on my phone and I turn on the brightness. So I'm texting her. I'm like, what's going on in the front of the car? all I hear is like, I'm like this. I hear, she didn't even turn her phone on vibrate, and the brightness was on full bright.
He was like preying, he turned on his
because it was like in the car at that moment, it was kind of like quiet, and it's just like I'm texting her to see what's going on. You just hear, everybody's just like, because it was like so obvious.
I had no shame about it too. Legit, I didn't even text you. I turned it. I'm like, ask him now. Like, reached home at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know, 3, 4 o'clock.
I feel like it was like 4 or 5 or something.
And like, how did he even get my number? So I either give him my number. Or
they somehow, when I was like sleeping, they somehow exchanged numbers. How this part came on? Ask Rovena. What was her true intentions?
I don't even remember because I legit suppressed these memories so far within like myself. So like, all I know is it was either the next day or the day after that he started texting me, and it was like, oh, like he started by saying like, hey, how are you type of thing. Why did I reply? I don't know, but I did. And like, he was like, oh, basically asking like if he could come and pick me up and like take me out. He would be like unlimited money for me. So like, my basically it's my bank. So like,
would you have actually done it?
No. And it moved from text to calling, and then I spoke to him like once on the phone, and then I basically, to get off the phone, I lied and I said my phone's dying. And then the day after that, he started calling again. And I told Shante to tell him
she
that.
She literally put me in the mix. She declined the call. She let it ring off until it hung up. And then she told me to tell him, oh, she didn't pay her phone bill, so she didn't get to reply to his call.
Listen, any and everything to get out of like this conversation.
I think he had offered to pay your phone bill at that time, no?
Did he?
And didn't he?
I don't even know.
But what do you call it? Mind you, this whole time he's texting Rovena, he has, what do you call it, his girlfriend at home, which is like, I think she's like 3-4 years older than him.
I think so.
He's basically living in the house with his girlfriend and the girlfriend's daughter, and they all live in the house together.
That's a good house too, you know.
Yeah, and then what do you call it? I'm like, how do you do that to the lady when like the lady's daughter is almost
and it was her
same
birthday.
Yeah, I'm like, the lady's daughter is almost the same age as us. Who's to tell he's not trying to talk to the lady's daughter in the house?
Yo, you never know.
And then what do you call it? Well, he's telling you how he would barely see her and he would see you more often just because he worked nearby where we live.
Yeah, and apparently he passes by like our house
Our
to
area.
Get,
To get to work.
Yeah.
I brought it up to Wasu Jr. And then his excuse was like so stupid because he was in the car the whole time to like see what was going on. But then first he was like, oh, that never happened and blah 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 blah. But it was like he was sitting right there and it's like he has a direct view of like what's going on, whatever, and he wasn't tired or anything, so he can fully see everything that's going on.
High key, I felt like they basically planned it out to do it.
I feel like it was like a tag team thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, even the way that they were sitting in the car, like the dads, and then he's sitting directly behind the dad, and then you're, and then I'm sitting directly behind you. And I feel like they were like, no, let's keep waiting until it gets really late before we bring them home. Because it's like, we have no other way of getting home. Because what bus would bring us back home?
There's no bus up there.
And if we're bringing a taxi, that's couple $100.
Listen, my bank account was not set up like that.
Because it's like, what is it? Shelburne?
Yeah.
Shelburne to Toronto.
That's mad far.
There's some good ways to like deep into Shelburne, no?
Yeah. Legit forest land.
Yeah, because when we were driving up there, all we seen was like trees and stuff. If you were like, when he was driving us home, if you were to turn into some random road, we wouldn't even have known. Because one, it was dark, and two, we didn't even know where we were going.
Like, everything was just put into his hands to get me home. Like, that's all I wanted to do was get home and go to my bed.
Everything was put in his hands, but what did he put in yours? He was basically saying that never happened. He changed his story to like, oh, it happened, but it only happened because his dad was drinking. And I was like, so your dad was drinking and then you let your dad drive us all home. Like
it's a mad far drive.
It's like an hour and a half there, and then for them to drive all the way back, that's 3 hours worth of driving. So I'm like, you let your dad drink and then drive with all of us. Then he changed the story again. He's like, oh, my dad was drinking, but he wasn't drinking like that. Like he was drinking, but he wasn't.
Yo, he was like fishing for excuses.
Yeah, and it was like. It was kind of obvious, and like his excuses didn't even make any sense. I wanted to expose Waste Senior to his girlfriend, but I wanted her to know, but I didn't want her to be the one to be in the. Okay, I didn't want to be in the mix-up
because they all have a house together.
Yeah, they're living together. They have so much stuff together. They basically planning to get married.
Are they married?
What are the chances of her finding this? This is limited none. I wanted her to know, but I wanted Rovena to tell her. But Rovena didn't want to tell her because Rovena didn't even know her like that. And then, like, at the same time, I feel like she would have been more mad at you than at me. Because it's like, it's not like the dad's coming out to me, that's coming out to you.
Yeah. Listen, I valued my life, so I said, nah, I'm good, thanks.
What would you call it? I felt like she should know. Like, it would have been good if she had known. But it's just like, I didn't want to be the one to tell her. He wanted to teach Rovena how to drive.
Okay. First, because Shantae's like seen him more than I have, so he told Shantae that he was going to teach Shantae.
He said that he would teach me how to drive so I can get my G2.
But it wasn't the way that he told me. He said, he asked me, he's like, oh, do you know how to drive yet? And I was like, nah. And he's like, yo, I could teach you. All you have to do is sit on my lap and, you know, I'll hold your hand and teach you how to. I'm like, what the fuck you mean?
That was it, though. I'm not gonna lie, his girlfriend could cook. No, what do you call it? No, you never used to come to dinner because I used to go to your house by myself.
Yeah.
The only thing you had, I think they had barbecue chicken when it was her birthday.
Yeah. I think I had a burger too.
No, when I used to go to their house for dinner, she used to make like shrimp, chicken, fish.
I didn't bring none of this food for me.
Pork. Like I would literally go, and it's like, even on the first time I went there, I think it was shrimp, because she always used to make shrimp roast. I'm not gonna lie, shrimp was nice. That was basically our story about how Rovena almost turned my stepmother, and she low-key wanted to be my stepmother. But it just wasn't in the cards for her. Bye.